OMG, I just hit my first 1 million pesos from scratch. So I'm sharing the 3 crucial money lessons I learned that nobody told me about so that you can use them too. What's up guys, it's Nik. As you know, I'm a recovered shopaholic, now a money mindset coach, empowering working professionals to fund their dreams into reality. We have come so far during my excessive shopping haul days, then overcoming those shopaholic impulsive buying tendencies to saving 500k, and then now sharing how it's possible to build 1 million net worth today. First off, if you've been following me on TikTok, Instagram, you know that I mentioned that I didn't really aspire to be a millionaire or have that vanity metric of having 1 million pesos. So I hesitated talking about this milestone, but I realized that this is the perfect example that money is really a tool to help you fund your dreams rather than money being the ultimate goal. Because this honestly came so unexpected. I literally just wanted to keep track of my net worth one day. I wanted to just list out all of my savings, all of the equity value of my investments, and then there it was, right in front of my face in an Excel sheet. I'm currently at 1,176 pesos net worth. Just crazy saying that out loud, but it's really more than hitting that certain number. It's more of the journey that led me to this point, that helped me use money as a tool to live out my purpose today, which I'm going to talk into more detail with the 3 lessons that I learned in this journey that I am on. So if you want to apply these 3 crucial money lessons that are applicable in real life scenarios that I did in my life, then make sure you tune into this video and like it and subscribe to my channel, because I do have a new video every single week. Now let's get into the video. First money lesson that nobody told me about is to focus on mastering one income stream at a time. If you've been watching my channel, you know that I'm so unapologetic and I just can't shut up about how important it is for you to maximize your current income stream first, so that you build the right foundation of the right spending and saving habits, and then you can stack up on other investments, other income streams that you are passionate or interested in. So yes, I was able to save over 500,000 pesos with maximizing one active income stream first, and then from there I was able to then build on top of it with the right investments that helped me build my net worth to 1 million today. So let me share with you the exact breakdown of the 1,176,000 pesos net worth. So 74% of it is actually towards the savings, and then 26% is composed of the equity value of my investments. By the way, I want to mention, like, the 74% savings, they consist of very, very specific categories. So I have my emergency fund, my freedom fund, my travel fund, my business fund, and I also have my joint fund savings with my fiance for our wedding and our future property together. In a nutshell, from one income stream, I was able to confidently sustain 3 income streams, and 2 of them are actually passive, which I'm going to talk about the 3 types that I was able to build right now. First is active earned income. So that's when I was having my corporate job for 6 years. I had 2 corporate jobs in the span of the 6-year stint that I've always talked about. And then next is passive interest income. And that's where the high yielding interest digital banks come in. That's where I put my savings into Tonic, ING, GSave, because they yield 2.6 to 4% interest for me, and I literally do nothing. So it's completely passive. I just leave it in that high interest digital bank, and then it earns money for me over time because I have the 6-figure savings that I put into those different digital banks, and it's able to earn interest for me just by sitting there. So to give you an example, I was looking at the interest I earned, the passive interest that I earned from GSave. I think in the past 5 months, I earned like 7,300 plus pesos, and that's in 5 months. Saan ka makakapulot ang 7,000 pesos? By literally doing nothing. Once I was able to be like, okay, I've really gotten the hang of the right saving habit, right spending habit, where I'm able to create the balance of I can enjoy my life and not deprive myself. Hindi yung ililipat ko yung 50% ng income ko sa high interest digital bank para lang I'll have passive interest income. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to create the right balance where I'm able to really make the most out of today. I get to spend my money on, you know, being able to go out, spending time with my loved ones, being able to replenish my skincare. I'm still able to like go out on staycations if I wanted to, and at the same time strike a balance of being able to pay off my bills because I live on my own, and also being able to set aside savings consistently. And so when I was able to do that, then I was able to leverage on passive interest income in these high interest digital banks. So for the third income stream, I leveraged on passive investment income. This is where I invested in stocks and mutual funds, wherein I just literally invest passively. I don't withdraw it. I don't buy and sell. I don't trade. I just leave them there because it is meant for my retirement fund. I'm supposed to just withdraw it 20 years from now or even later, or maybe withdraw a little bit and then reinvest it back to the stock market. This is where the 26% of my net worth goes to, which is my investments, which is my total equity value from my investments. And this is where I talk about that I do it on an online platform called callfinancial.com. So this is what I've been doing consistently. Every single month, I just put aside a certain amount that goes to my index funds or mutual funds and also some of my stocks, wherein it's just meant to be passively invested, hence passive investment income. If I didn't maximize my current active income, then I wouldn't be able to passively put money in my high interest digital bank for passive interest income, and I also wouldn't be able to have the discipline to put investments passively in Call Financial. So I would call it like leveling. Like if you haven't mastered your current active income stream yet, if you haven't stabilized it, if you aren't confident in handling your own income yet, then it would be very difficult to add on the right investments, because if you're confused with level 1, then don't expect that you're going to feel confident about level 3 or adding more levels into your portfolio. So I wanted to share this as a clear as day example that if I still stuck to my shopaholic tendencies, if I didn't have the courage to take the leap for my business, if I didn't have the courage to pursue my dream job back then in corporate, then I wouldn't have been able to really grow my income as one active source of income, right? And I wouldn't have allowed myself to save consistently. Because pag nagmamadali tayo, when we are rushing to get the most amount of returns or to earn the most money, that's when we make the wrong decisions, right? And we've seen it with people who get into scams, who decide to invest in something hoping that they will get X amount in a few months, and then turns out it's a scam, right? So that's why with the current money that you have, no matter if it's 30,000, if it's 50,000, you need to really feel comfortable and really marinate in that amount first, that you are able to confidently spend and save on the right things, so that when you do stack up on other things, you won't feel like you're gonna make the wrong decision or you're going to doubt yourself in making that decision. So it's super important for you to think about, with your current active income right now, how can you stabilize it? How can you maximize it? How can you ask for promotions? How can you upskill in your industry so that you can level up in your next corporate job? How can you upskill in whatever business that you're in so that when you scale your business, that you would be able to confidently do it? Let me give an example with my client Grace, who recently graduated from my one-on-one coaching program, and I'm so proud of her because she was really able to change her mindset about her current income stream. We mapped out together what would be her ideal monthly income, okay? And then she realized like there is an opportunity to negotiate her salary with her current income stream and her current employer. And when she was able to do that, she realized like it was the initiative that was missing all along, and she was able to actually exceed her ideal monthly income, and now it would allow her to really save up more and be more excited to save up for the business she always wanted, to create more experiences for herself where she gets to really enjoy her hard-earned money even more, while also saving up for her future goals. Now she is so excited to use money as a tool, her current and only income stream, to make her dreams happen. She said that now her dreams are for sure 90% going to be reality because we have mapped out concrete plans, concrete timelines to make it happen. So if you're curious to learn more about my one-on-one coaching program, you can check the link in my bio and you can actually book a free assessment call to chat if my systems, my frameworks, how I coach my clients could also work for your unique situation and unique money goals. I would love to chat with you. My slots for my free assessment calls have been fully booked for May already, and my next one would be for June. So if you want to reserve a slot for a free assessment call, then make sure you reserve yours by filling up my booking form through my website below. Second crucial money lesson that nobody talked about in my journey of achieving my first million is money is the byproduct, not the ultimate goal. I thought before that, oh, once I finally hit a certain income bracket, once I finally have a certain amount of money in my bank account, then I know that I'll be successful. Then I know that I finally made it. But that could not be farther from the truth. Because, you know, before when I was earning at the start of my career, like, how come I felt empty? Like, how come I had this amount of savings, but I still felt stuck? You know, because in reality, I had savings, but I wasn't using it for pursuing my dreams. That's why it cripples us if we have a certain amount that we are striving for and we don't want it to move at all. When in reality, that when we actually spend on something, when we actually use a certain amount of our savings to make our dreams happen, then it's actually helping us live the life that we've always wanted. Like for me, I held on so tight with my emergency fund before that I couldn't quit my job to pursue my business full time, right? And what did that do to me? I had the money, but I still felt empty and stuck. Money truly is meant to be spent and saved in the right ways. So money is not the goal. My goal, and I don't know about you guys, but this is my goal and this is how I coach my clients. The goal is to live a purpose-filled life. To wake up every day that you are driven by purpose, not driven by money. I heard about this saying that people are so miserable that all they have is money. People are so miserable that all they have is money. And isn't that the irony of it all, right? And so this is me telling you that I have built 1 million pesos to my name, to my net worth. And I would say the most fulfilling part is not the amount that I see in my bank account when I add them all up in an Excel sheet. That was just a byproduct. That was a bonus. That was a side effect in the process of me being able to live out my purpose, to wake up every day with passion and purpose in doing what I love. Imagine if you're earning so much and yet every day you're crippled by the money that you earn because you're scared to spend it, or you're scared to invest it, or you're scared to let go of it. Because honestly, if the goal to be happy is really to have an X amount of money, then we would see millionaires and billionaires of this earth to be the happiest people on earth, right? But that's not the case. It's not to see money as like a pot of gold that will be happy once we have 1 million, 2 million, or whatever it is, because it will never be enough, because our brain always wants to constantly look for more, earn more, have more, right? But what if you get to decide what is finally enough? What will finally give you that sense of contentment, peace, internal calmness in your life? And I promise you, hindi siya katumbas ng isang amount. Hindi yung sabihin mo na, I'll finally feel calm when I have X amount. It's not that. It's about having the sense of calmness, that knowing every single day you are saving and spending with purpose, because it's aligned with your own life vision that gives you that sense of meaning and freedom in your life. So if there's anything that you want to take away from my journey of reaching this net worth milestone, it's about how can you be purpose-driven instead of money-driven. So if you want to learn more about how it's so important to be purpose-driven in your journey towards financial freedom, you can check the link in my bio for my free 60-minute training that I love to keep talking about, because this is where I talk about how you can finally stop and break the cycle of financial stress, financial anxiety, financial pressure that we put upon on ourselves. So I hope this training will really help you break free from the limiting beliefs that you've had around money, and think about how can you really make the most of one active income stream to build your way towards your version of financial freedom. By the way, I want to know if this is resonating with you so far. So comment below with the word purpose driven. It will also let me know that you have made it this far in the video and you're really marinating in the value that I'm sharing in this video. Third crucial money lesson in my journey towards building 1 million net worth is to invest with a clear outcome for the now and the future. For instance, like when you invest for the now, how can that be in correlation with, let's say, leveling up your skills in the industry or career that you really love? You know, how can you also invest in personal development and investing in yourself and your dreams so that you really make the most out of the present moment, so that you use your hard-earned money towards what truly brings you joy and helps you make your dreams right now happen. That's when you invest in the now. Or let's say investing for the future could be your retirement fund, right? So it's really striking a balance between the two, because sometimes we're so focused on, am I gonna be prepared for retirement, etc., etc. But are you enjoying right now? Are you making the most of your years right now? Are you being fully present with your loved ones? Are you going on vacations? Are you traveling just like you've always wanted to? Are you finally pursuing that career that you've always wanted? Or have you just been settling because alam mo that you need to be ready for retirement? Right? Let me give you an example from my experience. Investing in the now was really for me to pursue the dream career that I've always wanted, which is to be a full-time content creator and entrepreneur, okay? And for me, in order to make that happen, I invested in online programs and mentorship that allowed me to fast-track that dream. It helped me hone my coaching skills. It also gave me the business skills to be able to do what I'm doing right now full time. And it's always crazy for me to say that, because it really was just a dream before that I thought was close to impossible, until I invested in these programs that showed me the clear manifestations, the clear evidence that what I want to do is completely possible if I just take the right action. It's kind of like one of my clients who told me was that investing in my program was kind of like a time machine, because she's able to learn from the trial and error, the years of trial and error that I've been through, and now she can create a shortcut to be able to really fast track her dreams into reality. I also coach like freelancers, small business owners, and there's also a tendency of like hoarding courses, right? They're considered an investment, but then they're not an investment anymore if they are just left there, purchased but not opened or not maximized, right? So it's super important that you have a clear outcome of how this investment is really going to help you make your life vision happen, so that you also don't end up hoarding courses or hoarding a lot of investments that don't become investments anymore. Rather, it's a liability because you've spent on something that you weren't able to get an ROI from. That's why I love working with my clients who are so committed and ready to do the work, because that's only when real transformation happens, is when you put your skin in the game in investing in something, investing in prioritizing yourself and your dreams, and realize that you are finally accountable in taking the right course of action towards making your dreams happen. And of course, investing in the future. And this is where the 26% of my investments that I talked about earlier went to. And these are my monthly recurring investments in mutual funds and stocks. As I mentioned, this is just passive investment income. I just keep on investing there, because I'm going to withdraw that by the time I want to retire, or I want to withdraw something and put it back again for another investment. But that gives me the assurance and the confidence that I am creating the balance between investing in my personal growth and my skills right now, and at the same time I'm also investing in my long-term retirement season. And all these kinds of investments ultimately have to align with what is your overall life vision and mission for your life. And I realized like my monthly recurring investments for my retirement fund through the mutual funds and stocks, that wouldn't have been possible if I haven't learned how to really save consistently first. And as you can tell, it has to be super intentional, with a purpose, with a vision for your life. It doesn't just mean like you need to save for the future, invest for your future. Please make it as concrete and specific as possible, so that when you add more income streams, add more investments, you also have clarity on where it's going and how it serves a purpose in making your dreams happen for your life. If you enjoyed this video, then make sure you check out this video as well, where I shared how I was able to build 500k savings from scratch with one income stream. So I hope you check that out, and I'll see you there.